Welcome to No Fun Channel. I'm Felix, and today I took today off from work. Actually, I took Monday and Tuesday off, and I just relaxed. I didn't really do much, and it was nice. I didn't even work on my book. I really just lounged around. Yesterday, I did clean up a little, and I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and it turns out I lost about 8 pounds. So I guess watching what I eat is starting to work. Another thing, when I was cleaning up, I found a whole bunch of CDs, and I decided to go through them just see what was on them. I discovered a Zumba CD and one CD for P90. I had a whole bunch of P90 CDs, and I only found one of them. So I don't know what happened to the rest of them. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. And then as I was going through them, I found a whole bunch of old stuff on them. Like one of them had stuff from Windows 98. One of them had Roxy 7 and Roxy 42 on it. I haven't used Roxy in a long time, and to be honest with you, I didn't know they were still around. I had to look it up, and yeah, they're still around. Me personally, I haven't heard anyone talk about Roxy. I just don't go in that circle, so that's probably why I haven't heard anything about them. And then, yeah, there was just a lot of old programs. Oh, I found the old Star Trek game on there, and I mean, it was old. I didn't even bring it up, but yeah, it was a lot of old stuff. Now, one CD did have some backup stuff on it, like photos and stuff, and I copied them over to the hard drive, to one of my external hard drives. But I think they're photos I already had, but I copied them over just in case, because I didn't have a chance to check. And there was a lot of blank CDs. Like, I can't remember the last time I burned a CD. Yeah, if I want to listen to music, I just either turn my phone on, or if there is music on my computer I want to listen to, I just Bluetooth it to my phone or something. But yeah, it was very interesting. It's like a flashback, and I ended up tossing all the CDs. There was nothing like important on them, I mean, other than the photos. But yeah, there was nothing important or stuff I didn't already have. But yeah, I found that very interesting. It was like a trip down memory lane. And there's like a MP3 splitter program on there, and a bunch of other programs I don't use anymore because I don't need to. I got other better programs now to use. But yeah, it was a lot. Some of them didn't read anymore; they just didn't work, so that was to be expected. But yeah, I think one of the reasons I decided to go through them just because I wouldn't put Photoshop Element 7 back on my computer so I could I need a program to access GIFs, and I kept thinking, I have something. Let's figure out just put it back on there and use it for when I need it. And I have a lot of old CDs, a lot of old programs just sitting around. I've been getting rid of them because I don't use them, and I'm glad I didn't get rid of that one. But yeah, it's so interesting. And then, what was the other thing I came across? There was, I found when I was moving stuff over to the hard drive, there was a file on there from 2008. I actually named it like 11, what was it, 11/13/2008, and had pictures of my daughter and son from like their Halloween, and it just put a smile on my face to see those pictures. They were so adorable, so cute. My son, he was probably 1, which means my daughter was probably just turning 5. Seeing those pictures of them were nice. And it just made me feel good to see those cute little pictures. And then I did pick on them and ask, what happened to these cute little kids? They didn't find it funny. But, yeah, I just needed some time off. What was weird is my mom, their grandma, was just like, you just always taking time off. And I'm like, it's a job. And I got the time to take off, so I'm taking it off. And my mom is old school. She was one of those, she didn't take time off unless she had to. Part of the boomer generation, actually. So, yeah, if you got a job, don't hurt yourself for it. Unless you're a boxer, a wrestler. If you got the time saved up, take the time off. Use it. Take a mental health break. Just relax. That's why I took 2 days off. Well, that and a doctor's appointment. but yeah, just take care of yourself. Like my wife still has that mentality of not taking off work now. Keep having to get on her, take it off. It's like, if you drop dead, they're not going to care. They're going to replace you the next day. So take the time off, take care of yourself. But yeah, it's nice just taking those 2 days off. I'll probably take some more time off next month. I might start taking 1 day off each month. Just, who knows? Or every other month, take some time off. Because, we need it. Just relax. Every time I come back refreshed and ready to work. So, it works. You got to take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, no one else is. It's not entirely true. Some prisons will take care of you. Some prisons will take advantage of you too. So, but yeah, just take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, you got no one to blame. But yeah, taking those days off was just nice. But yeah, I cleaned up. It needed it. Got it cleaned up. Wiped down some things. We have a shelf that we didn't recognize was falling, so I got to fix that. It wasn't until I moved some things around and was like, oh, that shelf was falling. Need to fix that. But yeah, just these 2 days felt good. I don't want to go back to work at all. It's like, man, do I have to go back? And it's like, yes, because you're broke. So tomorrow I go back to work. I was going to do this Monday, and I just lounged around so much, I just didn't feel like doing anything. And then today I was going to do it earlier. I had a timetable to do this. And my daughter texted me, I'm coming straight home after school. I was like, no, don't come home. And she did. It's like, you always go over to grandma's. Why today you got to come home? Yeah, because again, lounging around, I was going to do it. But then I had to wait a little bit because when I went to do it, my window sits behind me and it was just bright. It had this screen lit up. I looked red in it. It was just bright red for some reason. Couldn't get it to adjust. I gave up and said, I'll just wait. Now it's late. I decided to still do it. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun just taking the time off. And a lot of people think when they take time off, they got to do something. It's like, why? Sometimes the best thing to do for you is nothing. Just relax. Like, that's why when people go on vacations, they come back tired. Like, isn't the whole point of vacations to go and relax? Why you come back tired? They come back stressed out. Like, what the hell were you doing on your vacations? You come home stressed out. And for some people, what they do is they try to cram in so much. It's like, no, vacation, you're supposed to relax. Just relax. Or what is it? Take a holiday over in the UK. Just relax. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. So I had my list, and I remember adding some stuff to the list. It's gone. What I added, I don't know why it's gone, and because there was something on that list that caught my attention. See, that's why I gotta do it right then and there. Otherwise, I forget. Now my list doesn't have it on here, and I remember typing it and saving it, and it's like it's reverted back to my old list because I removed you. There's things on my list I removed and it's back on here. So it's like, what happened to my list? So yeah, so now I don't remember what it was. It was something I found interesting. I even remembered it before I started, and that's why I still had to put my list up. And it's not on the list because I forgot. So I was like, let me look at the list. It's not on the list. I remember typing it out. It was there's like 3 words. But I remember one thing I was going to talk about was the CDs. I ended up buying an external CD drive. The last couple computers I built don't have CD-ROMs in them. But I bought an external CD-ROM drive because my wife needed one for something she was doing on her laptop. And the laptop she has didn't have a CD-ROM drive in it. So we got her the CD-ROM drive. She used it for that one thing and didn't need it anymore. I was like, well, it's mine now. But I really didn't use it, and I lost it in my office here. And I eventually found it, but it was just like, where are you? I kept looking for it for the CD-ROM drive, and I forgot I left it in the box, so it stayed nice and neat. And I found it, and it's like, I'm glad I kept you. And all these, I have a lot of old games. Part of me wonders if they'll work on my system. They probably will. But yeah. Oh, there is one thing. I have been working on my book. The graphic novel, I think I am going to have to just abandon. For some reason, I can't get focused on it. As for my book, I think this might end up being a short book. It wasn't my plans to make it short, but it may end up being a short book as well. Right now in my book, I'm at a point where some things are going on, and I'm kind of trying to get it written the way I see it in my head, but it's not coming out right, so I'm still working on that. I'm not trying to rush and finish the book, but I feel like I'm almost done with the book just because of the way I'm writing. And that may be the case. I just may be the guy that writes short stories, short books. They all don't have to be super long novels. So if that's the case, I'll put it out there and move on to the next one. But yeah. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I was going to play the Shits and Gigs game, but as for the list, I don't know what happened with the list. I just have to let that go. They got the new Who Am I out for Shits and Gigs, so let me grab that. All right, let's play some Who Am I with Shits and Gigs. Like I said, last time it took me 3 tries. I think this is probably the one where I don't get it at all. So, because the first couple I got on the first try, next one after that I got on the second try, and this last one I got on the third try. So they're getting a little harder. So let's see what he got this time.
Right, I've got Who Am I, okay?
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes. I get excited when I get to play.
Pause, bro.
If I can recall correctly, last week you said this week's one isn't going to be from a film.
Okay, cool.
Or TV.
I shouldn't have said that.
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
What did you think?
You thought you were going to say the scores?
Yes, I did think you were going to say that.
Apparently,
There's no apparently.
Allegedly.
Oh, I fucked the scores up, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I did. I fucking realised, like, last night, I rewatched the episode, I was like, for fuck's sake, and I knew the comments were going to go nuts as well.
Yeah.
I fucked it up, so I think it's 2-2.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure
I
it's
haven't
2-2.
seen it, I saw the comments.
I need to recalculate.
He
I
gave
gave
you
you
my
a
point.
point rather than for the Hercules. I gave you a point.
Oh yeah, he did say Hercules.
Yeah, I fucked it up.
So what is the actual scores? What are these scores?
I'm pretty sure it's 2-2.
2-2-0.
Because you got Hercules, and did you get Harry Potter?
I got Harry Potter first ever
that was
game.
the
And you got
first one,
Hercules,
yeah.
and
I
you
got
got-
Neo and...
You got Neo and
Goku.
Goku, yeah, so it's 2-2. It's 2-2.
Right, so this one's a little bit different. I'm going to have to... So the end of this, because you know how I usually do chapters?
Chapters,
Give
yeah.
you an opportunity. The end of this, I'm just going to go, this one is a little bit different. I'm just going to go throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
At the end, you will know I'm done when I say, who am I?
Okay.
Okay.
That is your guys' opportunity to say.
Okay.
I'm going to give you one shot. Otherwise, it's just ba 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 ba. If everyone has a chance and obviously doesn't get it, then we can go again. If you feel like you know. Does that make sense?
Okay. So you don't have chapters. You have one paragraph.
I've got one
Who
long
am I?
thing.
And then we go 1, 1, 1, whatever order.
Right.
And if the whole circle doesn't get it, we go again 1, 1, 1.
So no, we're not doing 1, 1, 1. As soon as I say who am I, if you know and you know, first one to say it
Okay.
gets it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
But if you man have both spoken, it's like,
I don't like the way he's doing this. I like the other way. He was doing it chapters. I'm not sure why he changed it. All right, we'll see how this goes.
hasn't said anything. Once you man have done that,
It's Ellis.
I will wait for Ellis
Okay.
if he wants to say something.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah?
Yep.
Can I interject whilst you're saying the paragraph?
No.
Oh.
So that's when you listen to that who am I.
Okay.
But just remember, once you've burnt it, so if you
Yeah.
don't know, be careful, because
Yeah.
if you're just going to say it for the sake of saying it, you fucked it for yourself.
Yeah.
In case it lands. Okay? Who am I? I'm him. I want to be him because I'm him. I need to be him because I promise you I am him. I have friends who love me, but I don't think they know that I'm him. My mum truly loves me. She's helped me realize that I'm him. I know where I need to go, and I know what I need to do. I had mentors around me. They helped me train to be him. I took the lessons I needed and continued my path to be him. I used what they taught me to outgrow them, and they hated me for it. They hate me because I'm him. After years of hard work and using my gifts, my peers are finally starting to see. I impress them, I fascinate them, I shock and surprise them, but they won't let me become him. It's time for me to stop waiting and take action into my own hands. If they won't give me the title, I'll take it for myself. Today, I heard someone refer to me as him. The day has arrived. I'm him. I heard it again. I'm him. They know who I am. I'm him. They see who I am. And in case they just missed it, I'll remind them again. I'm him. I told them
I'll be honest, I'm not liking this one, and I was right. I'm not going to get it.
again. I'm him. I showed them again. I'm him. The more I remind them I'm him, the quicker they forget that I'm him. They say if I was who I think I am, I wouldn't be screaming, I'm him. They push me away now, but I'm him. They say I'm insane now, but I'm him. I did all that because I'm him. Why can't they remember I'm him? Who am I?
What the hell was that? I got nothing. I got nothing on that one. Did he make it harder? I got nothing. I got nothing on that. Seriously, nothing. Nothing's coming to mind. A mother, a son, and Napoleon. I don't know. I got nothing. That made no sense to me whatsoever. Let's see what it is.
That's a tough one.
It is very different.
Very well written, by the way.
Very well
Very
written.
fucking well written.
Very well
Thank
written.
you.
It's fucking awesome.
It was well written, but that was written as though you were describing yourself and stuff. Is it James? I just thought of that. Is it James?
I don't want to be the first one to guess, and that's my chance there,
I
you know.
have no fucking idea.
Is it me?
Is it you?
Not me, but like, is it like a? I was wondering if it's like a trick one where
It's not. Oh.
It's like
Oh, sorry.
not me personally.
No, I was thinking
To
we're
me-
live.
I
was thinking we're live, and you're asking
That was good.
if him is you. Sorry. Full disclosure, it's not a trick.
okay, cool.
Right, yeah.
Cool.
And take Ellis's clue from earlier. It's not a fictional character.
Okay, cool.
Can you repeat the thingy? Or
You
no?
want me to go through it again?
I
Yeah.
feel like I have a clue who it is, but that's my ting bird if I say it.
We can. But if you, what I can do is if you want to answer,
Yeah.
and then I can ask these man right now before I go through it again. If they don't have something for me, because we're not gonna be here all day.
Yeah.
What was,
So if,
what
so
was
if
your
you want to
guess?
say,
Oh, you had a guess?
My guess was based
It was
on
a trick
thoughts
question
if
where
it was
I-
a trick one where it's
Okay.
actually each individual one of us. So the story is you're him, or Ellis is him.
Yeah.
and
no,
I get
no,
what
no,
you
no,
mean.
it's not a trick. It's
I
an
get what you
actual.
mean.
It's an actual person.
Okay,
Is
no.
it Jesus Christ?
No, it's not.
Damn.
No, it's not.
Good guess. Though.
But keep that mentality.
Okay.
Oh man.
It's so funny that you said that.
Okay.
It's actually fucking funny that you said that. Any
It's
more
not
guesses?
James.
No.
No? All right. I'm going to go through it one more time, and I'll try and slightly emphasize the bits that will potentially help. I'm him. I want to be him because I'm him. I need to be him because I promise you, I am him. I have friends who love me, but I don't think they know that I'm him. My mum truly loves me. She's helped me realize I'm him. I know where I need to go and I know what I need to do. I had mentors around me. They helped me train to be him. I took the lessons I needed and continued my path to be him. I used what they taught me to outgrow them, and they hated me for it. They hate me because I'm him. After years of hard work and using my gifts, my peers are finally starting to see. I impress them. I fascinate them. I shock and surprise them.
I'm about to fast forward to the end on this one because I got nothing.
But they won't let me become him. It's time for me to stop waiting and take action into my own hands. If they won't give me the title, I'll take it for myself. Today, I heard someone refer to me as him. The day has arrived. I am him. I heard it again. I'm him.
Napoleon?
They know who I am. I'm him. They see who I am, and in case they've just missed it, I'll remind them again that I'm him. I told them again.
The only thing I can think of, like, Napoleon or a king who took the throne. Because he said Jesus, and then he told him to keep that mentality. So it's not a fictional character, so it's a real person. A king of some kind. But I don't know all the kings. The only person I'm thinking of is Napoleon for some reason. Because he took the crown. Yeah, I got nothing.
Him. I showed them again. I'm him. The more I remind them I'm him, the quicker they forget that I'm him. They say, if I was who I think I am, I wouldn't be screaming that I'm him. They push me away now, but I'm him. They say I'm insane now, but I'm him. I did all that because I'm him. Why can't they remember I'm him? Who am I?
Kanye West.
Yes! It's Kanye
Oh!
West! Well fucking done for
Kanye West.
Well done!
Okay.
Well done!
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
gassed me. That's gassed me. Well
Oh,
done,
man.
bro. Well done.
Yes.
What
Single
got you there?
mom. Okay.
I think the last few bars. After the last few bars, and then it reminded me of saying, "Oh, I'm insane right now, but I'm him." My mother, something, I'm him. Then I started to think, "Oh, my gifts, this, that." He's the only person on this planet that has that mentality.
Yeah,
that
literally.
we know of, like in that way. So I was like, when you said keep that mentality, Jesus.
Bro,
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That's probably why he's like, he almost wanted to tell him keep going that direction.
you said Jesus, and I was like, it's scary how close you actually
are,
are.
but you're not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're far off, but like, as far as if I'm embodying him,
Yeah.
Jesus is the right answer.
Yeah.
Jesus would be the only one I'll be willing to accept.
Yeah, because it has to be Jesus. Yeah, but yeah, Kanye West.
Gang, you
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
got
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's fucking
Oh,
cool,
Oh,
man.
very well written.
Thank you, bro.
Did you write that?
Yeah, of course I wrote it.
Did you actually write it?
Who the fuck else is
I
gonna write that?
don't know, bro. I'm just asking.
I was here writing it.
I'm just asking, bro.
Yeah,
Very,
literally,
very.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't getting that one. So like I said, I knew this would be the one I wasn't going to get. Yeah, man. So basically I got them all. Is this the fifth one? Because there's 2. That's 4, 5. So I got them all with 1. So if I was keeping score with them, I'm actually ahead by 1. Yeah, that was that. I was not getting that at all. Oh my god. Oh man, that was. I mean, it was well written, well written. But yeah, I wasn't getting that because he said Jesus, so I'm thinking historical figures. But now explains why he was jumping out of his seat when he said Jesus. Oh, man. That was fun. That was interesting. Wow. Definitely didn't like that format that he chose. Hopefully, it goes back to the old format. I don't like that one. I liked it when he was doing chapters. It made it easier. I probably could have got it if he broke up into chapters. Damn, that bugs the hell out of me now. But single mother. See, I don't think about Kanye West, so he never would have came to mind as the last person. I think if you put something in there about rapping or doing something in the game or something, maybe. But even then, it probably wouldn't have came to me. Kanye West is not someone I think about, so yeah, that would have never came to me. It's still bugging the hell out of me. That means probably from this point forward, I'm not getting any of them. I might throw my score up there and just say I got 4 out of 5s. Actually, I probably won't. But anyways, nah, you know what the hell? I'll put it up there. I got 4 out of 5. I wish I recorded the other ones. I just started. I only recorded 2 of them. Hopefully, I can keep up with them. Kanye West. Why Kanye West? Hey, why not? You know, he's doing random people, so fictional and real. Man, that was interesting. That one was a good one. I wish I could have figured that one out. But I was supposed to find a topic to stay focused on, but I didn't find anything to really get me focused. Like, I see people talk about tech all the time, and I'm just not into tech to what I want to talk about all the time. The only thing that comes to mind is the passing of Toby Keith. I really didn't know a lot of Toby Keith songs. The only one I really knew was Red Solo Cup. But other than that, I mean, I knew who he was and stuff. I knew he was sick. You know, I hate to say, but when I saw him, every picture I saw him after, you know, he came out about the cancer, he did not look good. And I thought, he is not long for this world. And that reminded me, I just saw a video with Ghostface Killer, where he was singing the Ghetto Boys song where they're talking about death is coming for you and stuff. And the way he did a different rendition of it, it was really good, really soulful, if you will. But basically, the lyrics of the song is basically accepting death and stop trying to fight it. But yeah, every picture I saw of Toby Keith was just like, he does not look good. And hopefully, you know, he went peacefully, you know, didn't suffer. And then, Apollo Creed. Carl Weathers passed away. And also, when a lot of pictures I would see of him, he didn't seem well either. He moved slower. I know he's older, or was older, but he moved slow. It was something about it. So part of me kind of wonders if he was sick and he just, you know, kept it to himself. A lot of people do that. They don't go around announcing every little illness they have. But yeah, I believe there's some other passings too. Oh, what was who else passed away? I feel like someone else passed away. But yeah. Oh yeah, that was something that caught my attention. I just got Yahoo News up here, my go-to source. Ukraine-born Miss Japan 2024 relinquishes title. First off, Japan got up in arms when half black, half Japanese woman won. And I just find it interesting that they had pretty much a white woman win this time. So Japan is definitely changing the rules on who can win. Yeah, I just found that I didn't look into why she relinquished the title. Something to do with an affair. I don't know what the rules are. Does she actually have an affair with a married man or what? Just the fact that she was Ukraine-born and raised in Japan and won. So definitely have changed rules of being Miss Japan. So I thought that was it. I just thought it was interesting that she was white and won. So it just blew my mind when I saw the picture. You know, I think the one thing I saw was like Miss Japan resigned, and then I saw more talking about Ukraine born. Like Ukraine born. I looked at the picture. I was like, oh, I guess you don't have to be Japanese anymore to win. So yeah, that caught me off guard actually. There was one thing. My chair, I'm not sliding in it as much, but I'm still sliding. I knocked my mic. There's two little knobs on the back of the chair at the low end of it, and I was looking at them, and I thought they were just bolts. They're not just bolts. They actually cause the bottom of the back of the chair to flip back so I can scoot back a little more. So I was like, well, that's interesting. So that's helped out. But yeah, that was just, Mr. Payne actually caught me off guard. I just, there's Kanye West just popped up in the news feed. And then, yeah. Killer Mike getting arrested. There was someone talking about they didn't know who Killer Mike was. Then Killer Mike getting arrested. I guess someone on TikTok's like, "Who's Killer Mike?" And I guess it's first supposed to be into hip hop, but they had no clue who Killer Mike was. It's like, maybe you shouldn't say you're into hip hop because Killer Mike's been around for a long time. But it turns out they were just into today's hip hop. Nothing to do with any other hip hop. They were into a certain genre of hip hop, if you will. There's one thing. Who's still watching the Grammys or the Oscars or any of these award shows? I know viewership's been down for them for the past couple of years. And I guess Jay-Z had some words and say something. But yeah, they do know these awards are rigged, right? It's not a joke. I mean, seriously, they're rigged. They're supposed to be based on record sales and stuff like that. But there's too many times where people lost that shouldn't have lost. And it's supposed to be based on, this and that. And then certain people will win. It's like, how did they win? I haven't heard any of their music. So, or people who win movies and TV show awards, it's like, didn't their show get canceled? Why are they still winning awards? So, yeah. I haven't watched an award show in I don't know how long, and I have no plans of watching them. I hated watching them when I was a kid. My mom and sister were watching them. I was like, I hated them. And now I don't watch them. My kids really aren't into them. My wife likes to watch them when she does get a chance to watch them. But as for me, nope, I am good. I think award shows are stupid. I've never liked them. Because to me, award shows are fake. They're not based like they're supposed to be. They're not really based on popularity. So, I guess another thing is Jay-Z's daughter. People slamming them, Jay-Z and Beyonce, for the way the daughter was dressed. I saw the outfit. I didn't see anything wrong with the outfit. It wasn't like she was showing off everything. She was, from what I saw, she was covered all up to her shoulders at least. So it's like, I think people were just looking for something to slam them for, to be honest with you. I'm not even a Jay-Z, Beyonce power couple fan. I don't get it. So I tried to do some cooking, and it didn't turn out too good. I didn't have a pork butt, decided a pork loin, tried to do the same thing. I couldn't remember what the temperature was. I remember how I seasoned it, but I couldn't remember the temperature. So it ended up being dried out, so that didn't work out too well. But I did do some steaks. I had salt, pepper, and garlic, seasonal, and I did yellow pepper. I can't think what it's called. It's yellow. It's called yellow pepper. I can't remember what it's called. And I let them sit. And one steak actually sat for a couple days and cooked it, and it was really tender and really good. Salt really soaked up into it. I got into this thing where I do steak and eggs. I'll do like sunny side up eggs and dip the steak in the yolk of the egg. I really like it. I got caught up doing that I did it one time with steak, eggs, and rice. Like I put better rice, put the steak on the rice, and then put 2 eggs on top of the steak. That's a bit much, especially if it's a big steak. And these were thick steaks. It's like they released 1 inch, 2 inches thick. It's like, but they didn't have a lot of marbling in them. Has anyone noticed that the steaks lately, no matter where you get them, don't have that much marbling unless you like order online and get the really expensive ones? They don't have a lot of marbling. It's like they're going the cheap cuts, and if you do want a marbling on your steak, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. So it's like, well, that sucks. I don't want to pay an arm and a leg for a piece of meat. But it seemed like greed is making us suffer. Hey, man, that's why I'm losing weight, because they're being so greedy with the food. I got to be more cautious what I eat anyways. I'm losing weight. My goal is to keep the weight off, at least to 8 pounds for as long as I can. My goal is by the end of the year to have lost 30 pounds. So hopefully I can do it. I dropped 30 pounds one time in a month, and that shocked me. The only thing I did that time was I cut out fast food. I didn't realize I was eating fast food that much. But I cut out fast food and sugary drinks, and the weight just came off. But I was also working out. I was working out like a demon, and that weight just dropped off. I was like, yes. Then I turned around and gained 100 pounds. I was like, I came back to 30 plus the weight plus, extra, plus 70 pounds. So yeah. So that didn't work out too well. So that's when I got up over 300 and haven't been under 300 since. There was one time I was at 324. My daughter found the notebook that had our weights written in them, and talking about I was 324. I was like, that is old. That is very old. Well, I like to get back down to there, but it'll be slow going. But I'm working on it. It'd be really nice to get back down there. But yeah, I like to lose another 30 pounds, or lose 30 pounds by the end of the year. That's my goal. Excuse me. Oh, there is one thing. I did work on my title stuff, my pop-ups and all that. It made like a YouTube click and subscribe, click and like button. And I even made one for TikTok. And actually I had fun doing that, actually. I animated my own and put them together. The main reason I wanted to do my own is because I wanted my background. I did run into a slight problem. Even though I animated oh my god, I think I just figured out a way to do it the way I wanted it. My background actually has, let me find it actually. My background actually has stuff on it. Stuff on it. It has stuff going over the border of the edge, and I wanted that border there, the stuff going off the edge. Let's see. So like it's actually just bricks and debris. It was a brush I have that makes this in Clip Studio, and I like that stuff, and I wanted to have that going off, but the animation has a white background and I can't get it to be translucent. I don't know how to get to save translucent wise to show off that. Because I wanted to put that on the screen as animates, but I think I just thought about how to do it. I animated it with the background here. But what I was thinking, I could still animate with the background and then put this behind it. I didn't even think of that. I can match it up. So I might try that. I might try it on this video and see if it works. But yeah, I just thought of that. That's being creative. I won't lie, I'm loving it. Being creative, getting a chance to be creative is the main reason also I started doing a lot of this. I am enjoying it. But with this podcast, like today, I had things I wanted to talk about and then I lost it all. And I will admit I had some self-doubt there to kick in and talk about, oh, just give up. So no, I'm not going to listen to the self-doubt this time. I'm going to try to do the opposite of the self-doubt from now on. So, yeah, so that's going to be one big goal of mine. That's going to be my New Year's resolution. Do the opposite of my self-doubt. One of the issues I have with my graphic right there, graphenol. I'm giving up on it. Go the opposite direction. I'll work on it. One of the issues I had with the graphenol is I couldn't draw a side face. I actually went and grabbed some of my old art books. I went back to basics instead of looking online to see what I was messing up, because I knew one of them had it in there, like a real detail on the side drawing, so I went and found it, and I got it. I figured it out what I was doing wrong. It was the jaw line. I was messing up the jaw line when I do the side. Well, you can't see with the mic. Do the side shot. I wasn't drawing the jaw line. I was drawing the neck connecting to the head. I wasn't doing the jaw line, and even with a fat person, there's still going to be a hint of a jawline, something there. And I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing the jawline correctly. And once I figured that out, the rest started falling into place. So I won't totally give up on it. So I'll go back to it and try again. I just realized the image I popped up to show what I was talking about. As for the background, that's the old one. Oh, did I lose the new one? I think I lost the new one. I hope I didn't lose the new one. Where's the new one? Oh no. Because the new banner I had has my name on it. I have a bad habit of not wanting to put my name on stuff, so I was trying to put my name on it. Did I move it in here? Oh yeah, it's in here. So that one has my name on it. Oh, I guess I could show the GIF. Let me pull it up here. Because I saved it as a movie or MP4, and also saved it as a GIF. I did the GIF just to see what it looked like, make sure I had the timing down. So let me find them both here. Where's the other one? YouTube. There we go. Okay. Let's see. This one I did for TikTok, just clicking away. This is the one I did for TikTok, clicking away. And here's the one I did for YouTube, just simple. I have no idea why I wanted to do it myself. I just wanted to be creative and do it. This one I'm talking about, the white background. I don't know how to get the same without the white background, but I did just figure something out in my head as where I can I use Blender to edit, and I just realized I can put the image behind this and then do what I need to do, and it'll work. So I got to figure it out. So like I said, I'll try to see if I can get to work on this one. You'll see that at the beginning. I have been looking for other programs besides Clip Studio to use, mainly because I like to keep up when it comes to the drawing software. I mean, right now Clip Studio is doing everything I need to do. There's no reason to switch yet. But eventually, my fear is that time will come because I'm not paying a subscription. I hate the fact a lot of stuff is going subscription based. And then I hear about video games getting worse. And rumors of Xbox not doing Xbox anymore. Microsoft getting rid of the Xbox. Maybe it's just too costly for them. I don't know. The truth is, it might be more costly for them to get rid of the Xbox. Or it might be more cost effective, what I meant, to get rid of the Xbox. Basically, Xbox is just a computer anymore. You can do so much on it. And it's pretty much what Sega did. They went straight to the mobile games and things like that. And Sega's still around, so maybe that's the way Microsoft will go. They'll get rid of that and just do Game Pass stuff. I mean, that's what the rumors are. That's what they supposedly are saying. And I can see that. There's no reason for them to have the Xbox anymore if it's not cost effective. It's all about money. So if the money's not there, they're going to get away from it. But yeah. But back to what I was saying with the doubt and stuff. And I had stuff to talk about. I even made what? I wish I knew what happened to my list. I remember typing it in there, and now it's gone. And I deleted some things on here that I wasn't going to go back to talk about. And so it's like, what happened to that stuff? Why didn't it save? I remember saving it. I just don't know. I wish I knew. It's bugging me. I'm staring at this list. It's like, what happened? Why didn't it save? I've even gone into recently opened stuff, and I don't show two lists that I had for it being saved. So I don't get it. I was thinking maybe I saved it under something else, but there's nothing else here that looks like I would have saved it under. I just wish. Yeah, there's nothing here. That is bugging me like nobody's business. Now, there is one thing. I have templates for the book that I'm writing, so it'll load up correctly on Amazon. And it says to cut and paste your manuscript into it because I was already typing it up. So I was trying to cut and paste it over there, and it wouldn't go. It kept messing up. So what I ended up doing is taking my existing manuscript and adjusting all my margins to their settings that they have for their template, and everything's working fine. Because when I would cut and paste it over, it would leave huge gaps between paragraphs, and I did not like that. Because it did on my other book, the first book I just published, and I didn't fix it. I couldn't get to fix, and I gave up. So I was like, I'm just going to publish it as is. But now, this time it'll be more evenly spaced. Because like there's one page with just one line on it, and it goes to the next page. I was like, I don't care. I got it out there. It's my first book. There's going to be a lot of mistakes. There's probably even some spelling errors, grammar errors. That's okay. I'm going to keep going and keep doing it. But yeah, this might be a short book too. I'm not sure. Maybe that's what I should stick with, is short stories. Just because I want to do a series of short stories, and I was going to put short stories by Felix Tate. Let's put that out there. But yeah, so maybe that's what I'll end up doing, just a bunch of short stories. I might be better at doing that than trying to do something long format. So yeah, so maybe I'll stick with that. Just do some short stories. I'm still thinking about doing the Reddit thing where I do Reddit. Like a lot of people do Reddit. Am I the a-hole, or am I this, or just those stories you hear to have part 1, part 2, and part 3 and put them all together and put them on there. So I may do that. But also, I was thinking about doing a second TikTok thing for that, but I may not. I may just keep the one TikTok channel and just post it on there. But I'm not sure how to do that actually, because I don't want to necessarily take someone else's TikTok and edit it. But technically, they were getting it off of Reddit, so I don't know. But I'll figure it out. Just being creative has been a lot to me. Trying to get out there and do this stuff. And like I said, I'm probably going to try to listen to the opposite voice and not give in to negativity. It has helped a lot, taking time off and just relaxing. So there is that. I think was that it. So a TikTok thing just popped in my head because there was something on TikTok I remember, and no, because I remember writing it down, and then I can't remember what it was. That's still bugging me. I wish I could let it go, but I'll probably remember it after I finish. I could always jump back on and edit it, add it in there later. But but yeah, I just. Oh, relationship. I saw this once before, the orange pill test. The orange test, or I guess if your spouse is on orange, to see if they'll share a piece with you. It was something stupid, and I thought, first off, stop testing your significant other. I see this more on the woman's side, what to test their significant other. Don't do that. That's so stupid. And then there's the, I don't know how true it is. It was a Reddit story. Again, Reddit stories is a 50-50 chance it's not true. But Reddit story was like the joke where the guy being tested by the girlfriend and going out to the car and actually going out to get a condom. And in Reddit story, it actually goes, yeah, it's like that joke about going to the car and actually getting a condom. But in this case, I wasn't getting a condom. I was leaving because I was disgusted that the sister would do that. And then he found out he was getting tested, and he's like, well, this relationship's over. And that's how usually those tests go. When you find out your spouse has to test you like that, or girlfriend, whatever, if you feel the need to test me like that, that means you never trusted me. And for me, that's a lot. If it turns out you never trusted me, you felt the need to test me like that, I'm out the door. It's over. Don't come crying to me. Don't come looking at me. Then if you and your friends take to social media, one, that means you didn't know me at all, because that's not a good thing to do. If you're going around trying to destroy my reputation, that means I got to do something. You're gonna make me turn to the dark side, and it's not going to be pretty. I'm coming at you with everything I got, and I'm going to destroy you. That's going to become my life work to destroy you. But yeah, some of the Reddit stories, some of those are clearly fake. But I still like them. Well, not all of them, because some of them are like just clickbait and stuff. And as soon as you start listening to it, like, oh, that's too much. You just keep going. It's like, it's too fake. Just stop. But then there's some where you listen to it, it's like the person feels guilty because they stood their ground. It's like, you have been brainwashed. And they think everything's your fault. Sadly, those are more realistic, just because there are people like that where the whole life they've been second-class citizen in their own home. And when they finally stand their ground, they feel bad for doing it because, they've always been punished for standing their ground or not doing something for everyone else. Yeah, don't do that. If you're finally standing your ground, stand your ground. And you just got to cut people out sometimes. It's the only solution you got is to cut them out. Like, that's right. Recently I just saw where a bridesmaid, or she was supposed to be a bridesmaid, chose Taylor Swift over going to the wedding. Their friend was like, you're out the wedding, and they're not friends anymore. And the person's like, well, you showed your true colors to me. You chose to go to a Taylor Swift concert instead of my wedding. I don't care what concert it was. If you're choosing to go to a concert over your supposed best friend's wedding, you're a piece of crap. And you don't deserve to have any friends. Because you don't do that. You don't do that to your friends. They're supposed to be your friends. This person also knew this girl pretty much forever. And to find out that someone she thought she knew chose to go to a concert over being a bridesmaid in her wedding shows what she truly thought of you in the first place. It's like, she didn't think it. You were a non-issue for this person. And I'll hear stories like that all the time where there was another one where a girl thought she was friends with these people, and she helped organize stuff, do things for a trip, and oh yeah, we didn't want you to go. It's like, what? Yeah, we're already at the airport. We're going to go without you. It's like, what? Yeah, you're a killjoy. It's like, she paid for everything. And they're like, they're going without her. Well, she canceled everything. So when they got to the place, there was no reservation. So, but some people in the comments said she should have just went and just made it so that they couldn't stay there. And like, it was her thing. But I probably wouldn't have went because I would admit I would have had to run into him. But I also would have blocked him on everything afterwards. I would have canceled everything and blocked him and just enjoyed my time off. But yeah, when I hear stuff like that, the sad part is a lot of stuff with friends who you thought were friends. There are telltale signs when you're not really friends with someone. Unfortunately, some people choose to ignore that. I guarantee there were other issues going on where she just ignored it. And it wasn't until this trip that she finally realized she should not have ignored those other issues, because now she she was out she could have been out a lot of money, but lucky enough she was smart enough and canceled everything. So yeah, so if your friend group is doing things without you and you find out about it, they were never your friend. That's like when you find out your friend group has a separate chat without you. It's like, why do you have a separate chat without me? I mean, am I that bad of a friend? If I am, just tell me. I'll fix it, or just cut me out. Don't invite me to stuff. I can't stand people like that. Actually, people who call themselves being there was an issue. Local DJ talks about how her friend got sprayed by a skunk. And I think it was like the next day he was supposed to go out, and the friend still smelled. And they didn't tell her. You're not a friend. I would have said something. Whoa, you still smell like skunk. I would have said something. If you're my friend and you don't tell me I smell like skunk, we're not friends anymore. In fact, I may punch you in the face because you let me go around town smelling like a skunk. They were out to eat. They went places. And the friend smelled like a skunk. One, you're not a good person. I don't care what you say. If you let your friend go out like that, you are not a good person. You can tell yourself while you went that you're a good person. Well, we didn't want to hurt their feelings. No, you were just being a dick. I'm sorry, you're not a nice person. No matter what anyone says about you, that if you were willing to do that to your so-called friend, what else are you willing to do? You don't do that to a friend. Let them go around smelling like that. And when I heard that, I was like, God, I hope that's not true. Because that means you're a person I hope to God I never meet. Because I definitely don't like being around people like that. When people invite you to stuff and they don't mean it, don't invite me. I have never invited anyone to something that I didn't mean it. If I invited you, that means I invited you. I don't say, hey, yeah, we should hang out sometime. It's like, no, if I say that, I really mean it. It's like, let's hang out sometime. I think that means I find you interesting. Basically, I'm a genuine person when it comes to that stuff. I've never understood that crap of inviting people someplace and you don't mean it. Don't invite them. Well, I don't want to be rude. No, you're being rude by doing that. And then the person shows up and you're like upset they showed up. You invited them. You shouldn't have invited them. It's that simple. It's like when they had weddings at my last job, or they would have parties, they put sign-up sheets. Like, whoever wants to come, instead of just inviting the people they want to invite. Like, just invite the people you want to invite. In some cases, I think they did that because I was the only guy there, or the only one who didn't participate in a lot of stuff. It was like, there's your clue. I don't want to go, so don't worry about not inviting me. Like, stop trying to be that. Trying to be the bigger person. That's just stupid. You're just making yourself look stupid. Yeah, when you do that whole, I'm being the bigger person, so I'm going to just do a sign-up sheet. And then the person you don't want there shows up. You weren't being a bigger person. You were actually being an ass. So, yeah, cut that crap out, people. Don't do that. Don't be going, I'm being the bigger person, so I'm going to invite everyone. No, you're actually being an ass. Just be honest. Invite the people you want to invite in this story. That's like I heard a story where the teacher tried to make a kid invite everyone in the class to just the people they want to invite. Don't do that. That's messed up. You're not going to get invited to everything. That's like participation trophies. I think that was the stupidest thing ever invented. You should not get a trophy just for participating. If you won, great. If you got second place, great. Like first, second, third. Those are the ones who got something. Everyone else, try harder. There's nothing wrong with losing. Losing is how you can determine what you did wrong, learn from it, and move forward. If you're always getting rewarded for losing, then what have you learned? You haven't learned anything. And a lot of people say, well, that's the old school mentality. No, that's a realistic mentality. You actually learn more from failing than you do from winning all the time. And I'm not the first to say that, and I won't be the last. And it's true. You do learn more from failing than winning all the time. Because you can sit there and you can examine the situation, see what you did wrong, and fix it. Just stop doing that, taking the so-called high road. Oh my God. Another thing that bugs me, when people start crap and then talk about, I'm going to take the high road. You started it. how are you taking the high road when you started it? You'll see that a lot on like these podcasts and YouTube shows where the person starts it and then are like, well, we don't want to go there. It's like, you went there. You started it. How are you taking the high road? When you started, you went low and then I went low and you realized you were about to lose. So you're trying to make like you're saving face by being a bigger person and taking the high road. No, you were losing and now you're trying to flip the script again. And it's still not working because everyone saw the truth. You were losing. Yeah, cut that out. I just can't stand stuff like that. It drives me nuts. Yeah, it's weird when people do that stuff. And the whole, oh, we don't want to speak ill of the dead. If I didn't like the person when they are alive, I'm not going to like them when they're dead. So get out of here with that. If they were a piece of crap when they were alive, why would I like them when they're dead? Actually, I may like them when they're dead. I may be there to make sure they're dead, depending on how much I hated them. So, yeah, don't pretend to be a better person just because you didn't speak ill of the dead. That doesn't make you a better person. That makes you fake. You're faking liking someone because they're dead. If you didn't like them when they're alive, don't go there pretend like you like them when they're dead. It's like when people go to people's funerals that they didn't like. Why are you going to the funeral? Well, support the family. The family hates you. Don't go to a funeral. Just stay away. Everyone wants to save face. That's like when you hear stories about that one uncle or stories about that one aunt, And I don't mean like they're in the closet or gay or something like that, but I mean, that one uncle that no one wants you to sit by or that one aunt you shouldn't be in a room alone with. How about don't invite them over around your kids? If I had a relative like that and I couldn't have them around my kid, we wouldn't be around that relative. We would never see that relative. They would not be in my life. That would be that. He's like, hey, Johnny's coming over, not to my house. Oh, but I invited. He steps foot through that door. He ain't stepping out and his body's going to disappear. You shouldn't have invited him. And then my question to you is, why would you invite that man to my house knowing that I have kids here? Do I need to stop inviting you to stuff? Or my question is, why are you still hanging out with him? Do you need to become another person that doesn't need to be in my life? I'm going to be questioning you. Why are you still hanging around that person? Why are you inviting them to my house? Knowing I got kids. Knowing what that person does with kids. If the aunt or uncle or whoever it is, and you're inviting them to my house after I did not invite them, you need to get the hell out of my house. And you need to go tell that person they are not welcome. Because if they show up here, I might go to jail. Plain and simple. So don't do that crap. Every time if you're a type of family that's more concerned about optics and the image of your family than the well-being of your children, you should have never had children. It's the plain and simple truth. You should have never had children. Because now you put your children's safety at risk because you're more concerned about how things look than your children's safety. People like that makes me want to just hunt them down and just beat the crap out of them, just smack them around. Why did you even have children? You should have gave them up for adoption. You don't deserve to have children. But yeah, well, I found something to talk about. That stuff pissed me off, didn't it? Yeah. Well, real quick, I think I'm going to start winding down here. But the Shits and Gigs thing, if someone who's a Shits and Gigs fan comes across this, tell them to go back to the old format. I have tweeted, or not tweeted, but I have commented stuff, but I'm like probably like the 90,000 comment and they never see it. But yeah, go back to the old format. And I am going to try to listen to the positive, be more positive, see the positive. I'm trying to work out 3 days a week. Most of the time I'm just at my desk working out, which is probably how I lost 8 pounds. So I need to keep it up. Because I just stand up and shadow box and move around, keep moving and walk in place or walk around the house or something. The advantage of working from home. But yeah, I like to get down even more. Like I said, I like to lose that 30 pounds. But as for being creative and doing the book, I am at a standstill in the book. I've only gotten since I started, I got to a point where I was doing like a page a day, really, to be honest with you. Which is not necessarily a good thing. But it was like, I could only do a page a day. Now I'm doing a paragraph a day. Because I can't think of the story. I had a beginning, middle, end. Beginning, middle, and end. And now, yeah, I'm getting muddled. Everything's just muddled together. And I can't figure it out. Hopefully I get it figured out. We'll see what happens. Oh, that's one thing that popped in my head. Gary Owens, a comedian. He has a podcast. And he talks about the kids on there. He talks about a lot how he misses his kid. And he tries to reach out to him and all this stuff. And his kids don't want to see him. I don't know what happened behind the scenes. Rumors of an affair. I think he mentioned there was no affair. But there's something definitely went on that, it's not being mentioned. And with that said, my advice would be to leave your kids alone. They're adults now. I understand you want to see your kids. But he's so desperate to see his kids, he keeps reaching out to them. He needs to just back off. Maybe do one last contact with them. Reach out to somebody who knows his kids. Give them a letter, but maybe have them open the letter and read it to the kids or something, so they understand that, when you're ready, I would love the opportunity to talk to you guys and reconnect. It's sad that kids took sides like that. When my parents got divorced, I was young, and I didn't take sides. I still saw my dad. And even at a young age, I realized it didn't have anything to do with me. So maybe that's the difference. And from what I understand, Gary Owens was never abusive towards his kids. So I never understood kids taking sides like that, to be honest with you. I understand, let's say there was an affair. I understand being mad at your dad, but to completely cut him out, I don't get it. To be honest with you, if your dad was never abusive to you, or if your mom was never abusive to you, if your mom didn't abandon you, I don't understand taking sides like that. That's just me. That's the way I see it. But yeah, they end up taking sides. It's like, you got to choose a side. Why? They personally have never done anything to me. My dad's been good to me. Mom's good to me. That was their relationship. It didn't work out. They cheated. That's their problem. And that's just my mentality for it. That's why I also wonder, that was something actually. I just thought I wonder what my life would be like if I was born as a Gen Z. If I had the mentality I have now as a Gen Z and the access to stuff I have now, I think I would, one, be a straight A student. My teachers wouldn't realize that I just really, really, really knew how to use Google. And even though they have stuff in schools that they use to verify if you plagiarize, I would have gotten around all that. But one reason I thought that is that there are some more and more I've noticed some younger people who love to comment about my freckles. And they seem like to be in their 20s. I'd say maybe mid to early 20s. Females. But here's the one thing about that. Most of them, I kind of wonder what team they're playing for. Because it's like, even though if I was a singer and around their age, I don't think I would still have a shot. I think they just like my freckles. Of course, that also comes down to the confident thing. But I know people say, that's such a gaydar. But I've never been wrong about picking out who's gay and who's straight. I just pay attention to that stuff. It's just a sixth sense, in a sense that body language is the way they act, the way they talk. Not just stereotype stuff. It's just like you could have the most woodsy type guy, and for whatever reason, I can be like, yeah, he's gay, and be right. And I'm right more than I am wrong. So now lately, I can't say it because I'm not around people anymore, so I'll probably be wrong all the time. But back then, when I was always around people, I could tell because I paid attention. That's really all it was, just paying attention, and I could tell. But yeah, and I think part of my senses are saying you wouldn't stand a chance even if you were around their age and single, because they're not. You guys are playing for the same team. So it's like we can go be each other's wingman or wing person. There we go. I guess that'd be the more correct way of saying it these days, is the wing person. We could go out together and pick up babes. But yeah, it's weird to get compliments on my freckles. And because there was a time, get a compliment and be like, hey, Oh, the other day I got McDonald's and they didn't have large cups, so they gave me a medium and a small cup. But part of my, because that was, I think that was the same day the girl said she liked my no, it wasn't the same day. But for some reason, after I was driving off, I was thinking, if I was single and had confidence, I'd be like, will that work? She was asking me basically how I wanted to handle and stuff. And I was like, well, you can give me your number. But, I don't have that kind of confidence. And I'm married, so I definitely wouldn't do that. But it's just like, if I was single, would I have the confidence to do that? Honestly, probably not. I would have felt it came off cheesy or something. But yeah. So I'm going to wind it down. So thanks for listening. Thanks for hearing me ramble on. But yeah, I need to work on getting something together, looking up stuff. I think the downside is doing it by myself, so I don't have anything to talk about. I try to, because I was getting stuff. I had a few things here and there to talk about, but I definitely got to work on it some more. And like I said, I'm still getting started. Hopefully, as time goes on, I get better. But once again, thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's my take on this and that. You guys take care.